Welcome to the TezDown Podcast. How you guys doing today? It is time for me to get this show together. So, it's been a rough couple of days, guys. It has. I ain't gonna even act like it hasn't. I'm gonna fix this camera to where it stays up a little bit better. We get those technical difficulties out the way early. There we go. Nope, that is still not doing it. How about we? Nope. Get this out of the way. All right, we're going to have to do it. There we go. All right. All right, there we go. Finally, we got it where we need to go. So today's show is called Double Standards. I know people are going to ask, why are we talking about double standards? Well, because it seems like a lot of them are popping up lately. A lot of them. We're going to see from a couple of different channels, and we're also going to react to them, and hopefully we can try to find some middle ground. Let's see what's going on first. So, start with sports today. It's going to be double standards in sports. It's been coming up a lot with the WNBA about how the pay inequality is rampant compared to how the men are paid in the NBA. And yeah, there's a huge gap. Let's just say there's a huge gap between how they're paid and how the NBA is paid. But is it all because of a double standard, or is it simply because of economics? I don't know. I mean, if you guys have opinions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We don't mind comments on this channel. It helps with the dialogue. But I think I'm going to start with our first video. Let's go ahead and pull it up. With the first woman to try out for the NFL. Let's see how she did.
Into history, the first woman to get a shot at going to the NFL, except she didn't do very well. Yeah, her kick was, some say, a setback for all women. ABC's Juju Chang is here with the escalating controversy. Juju.
Hey, Amy. Well, it was supposed to be one small kick for Lauren Silberman and one giant leap for womankind. Instead, it turned into a painful moment in women's sports that went viral and blew up with the age-old question, can women ever make it to the big leagues?
It was the kick heard round the world, which landed with a thud.
Every time I see it, it gets worse.
Make that two thuds. 28-year-old Lauren Silberman's hopes of being the first woman in the NFL fell so far short, she became fodder for comedians.
Well, there she is, kicking the football, and she did not make the NFL.
Some questioned if Silberman, a former soccer player who'd never played football, had any business trying out for the NFL, even though she'd scored the tryout with this impressive field goal at a Super Bowl fan event. But the average NFL place kick, 41.8 yards. Silberman's attempt, drifting 19 yards, then just 13.
The minute I kind of touched the ball, my quad, I could just feel like tense up.
So it was
hurt.
injured.
Yeah, it was really painful.
My heart sunk into my stomach when I saw the kicks. This is not good for Lauren. It is not good for any of us.
No,
Katie
definitely not.
Nida is among the most qualified women in football. She started in high school, played college ball, and became the first woman to ever score in a Division I game.
All right.
She even played pro football in the Arena League. Nida worries that Silberman's injury-plagued performance may have set back the cause of serious female kickers who fought long and hard for years to be taken seriously.
Not having the kicking experience is huge, and I think it is maybe a bit presumptuous.
And she's not the only one to feel that way. The Twitter sphere erupted with heated reactions. Disgrace to female athletes, says one woman. And will the real female kicker send us your stats?
This is not representative of how women can be great athletes.
But others say, not so fast.
She didn't have a good day. But does it impact women's sports?
Didn't have a good
Not
day.
at all.
Didn't have a good day.
Now, you should know Lauren Silberman declined our invitation to discuss the
Yeah,
backlash,
I
but
would've done that
ironically,
too.
by going viral, she may have ushered in a new tidal wave of interest. As for Katie, I asked her if she might consider trying out for the NFL, and she said she's gotten so many intriguing inquiries, but she was so humble, she was quick to point out that there are other college players who are at that level and who.
Yeah. There's people that can actually kick. I've seen a bunch of them. Unfortunately, this chick we're talking about cannot. She's not a kicker. I don't know what she thought she was doing. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest here. She doesn't need to be anywhere around a football field at all. She kicked the ball less like 19 yards and then 13 yards. There's nobody that was coming at her. There was no rushers. There was nothing. All you had to do was kick it. She said her quad tightened up and that she also didn't warm up good enough because she never played football before. I believe she was she was a European or world soccer player, not necessarily an American football player, and decided that that's what she was going to do. How she got an NFL tryout, I'm not sure, because it's not easy to get an NFL tryout. Even if you're a good player, it's not easy to get an NFL tryout. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about? I mean, I'm asking y'all what y'all think about it, but to be honest, like I don't really think that any of us need to dive in there. I think that she got a little bit of special treatment, and there was other women that were upset about it. So it's not really a double standard. That's more of just bad marketing, I guess. I think we're gonna have to see something else to wash the taste out of our mouths. Like, there are good women football players. You know what I mean? I do believe that there are good women's football players, that right now is a perfect time for us to watch some of them. I haven't seen anybody else cover this yet, so we'll cover some good old women's football.
Broadcasting live, Ludacris concert. Ludacris, where are you? Traffic is bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get rid of the sound. I'm not getting stricken for no music, but we can see like there's some excuse me, there's some good play going on. Hard hits. Yeah, they're making it happen out there. Can't be upset about that at all. Okay, they got some boxing. Looks entertaining. I mean, I've been to games. I have friends that played, so it's nothing new for me. But for y'all that have never experienced it, it's a good time going to watch them play, and they actually care about the sport. Always sold out every time. I wonder if we could put the sound back on yet, because I'm not trying to have Ludacris come get me at all. Get out the way, get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Even the coaches going there. Even the coaches. Ooh. Lasso. Get in the gym. Why'd you do that? That's bullshit. I'm telling y'all, it's good stuff. That's like purists might be upset about that, but they found a way to not only monetize their league, to sell out every week, to play good, meaningful football from the way that it looks, sound football too, but also have it mean something to them. Like, they're very serious about that. I support it. I support it. There's been conversations about the WNBA, and one of the reasons why it's not as successful as it could be, and people think it's because, hey, I mean, the men don't want to really watch it, and I don't really blame too many guys for not really wanting to watch it. I blame them for not supporting the sport itself, but I don't blame them for entertainment purposes. Like, if it's just for entertainment, not because you love basketball, you have to love the sport. I'm saying, you'd have to love the sport. Otherwise, it's not your cup of tea. It wouldn't be my cup of tea if I didn't like watching sports. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, that's all I got for that. We're talking about double standards. Let's move on to more sports. We're going to talk a little bit about Arch Manning and the effect that what's been going on with Arch Manning and the double standards that the media seems to have versus him and Shedeur Sanders, which Arch Manning is literally just college
is
play.
The best college football quarterback we have seen since Tim Tebow entered the scene in 2006. Start to worry a little bit about your predictions when Arch has more commercials in the first quarter than he does completions. Ultimately, he was terrible.
Target's not on our back. We got a red dot on everyone else.
We have been documenting Arch Manning all offseason long, and after one game, people are already saying that he is the college football equivalent to Bronny James. Crazy that Bronny's catching strays. I mean, if you think that's bad, how about this one? Arch, when he isn't playing Louisiana Monroe, Steve Sarkisian is already saying that the expectations placed on Arch Manning were a little bit too much.
So for Arch,
wait, so the expectations are too much?
We're out of control on
Success
the outside.
is too much of an expectation.
I'd say let's finish the book before we judge it. Right? This is one chapter, and we got a long season to go play.
You could even see his uncles are very frustrated at his performance on Saturday.
Oh no. Play.
I told you he was fucking adopted.
And we're going to break down some film in this video, but
I told you
the
he was
most
adopted.
diabolical
Strong.
film I have for you guys today is the fact that Arch Manning's mechanics apparently look exactly identical to Uncle Rico's. So we have a lot to talk about in this video. It's a video that we've been working on all weekend long because I want to make sure that we addressed everything that had to do with Arch Manning's terrible debut. Real quick, I have a huge announcement to make for you guys. Now, before we get to the content, if you've ever...
So, we're gonna pause him there, and we don't have to spend too much discussion on the Arch Manning thing. But I don't know if you guys saw the competition that Arch Manning played in high school. And he went to a special high school. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with the high school that he went to. He went to a special high school, and it was where all the expensive kids got to play and hone their craft at. And I think maybe what I should do is I should get you guys a little video of that, right? So you guys get what I'm talking about. We're going to watch a little bit of it right now. Only a couple minutes. We'll see what's going on. We'll see. Hold on, let's go back a little bit, see the type of stuff that he was playing, see the type of stuff he was playing against, and we'll see if that warrants a little bit of scoffing. Should it warrant some scoffing? Should you judge him by that? I think we kind of should, because everybody else does. We're not having no double standard around here when it comes to that. No. We're going to judge him. We're going to judge him the same.
A lifetime opportunity about enjoying that. That's been a key part of their message the entire time. And now we see the mobility for Manning.
Okay. There's a couple big guys out there, so it's not so bad. But he seems faster than everybody else. By a lot. I like that.
From an evaluation standpoint, let's talk about Arch Manning. How good is this kid? I mean, I know he's high school. I mean, you're going to college. We're going to see what you got. He's a Manning.
Certainly, as a young guy, he's going to get stronger. Right. He's going to get some of that grown man strength in addition to the weight room strength that I think is going to make his arm even more explosive. There's nothing but limitless potential for Arch Manning.
Manning forced out of the
pocket. Oh, man.
Arch throws to the end zone. It's caught. Arch Manning.
If you're only watching the offense, this looks fantastic. If you're only watching the offense.
There's so much mental and there's so much nuance reading defenses.
But if you're watching the defense,
Arch Manning's built-in advantage is that A, he loves football.
Yeah.
He's dedicated to it. And he's going to have the mental aspect of the game mastered.
Takes it himself into the end zone. Arch Manning.
Arch is going to try to live up to the legacy of his uncles and his grandfather. Each of them finished in the top 3 in Heisman voting in their senior season. And all 3 were either the first or second pick in their respective NFL
Did he just try to arm tackle him?
About everyone's in the spread offense.
He did try to arm tackle him. He did.
And they're throwing the ball more. So That's one advantage I would say Arch has over Peyton and Eli, that their offense is a little more pass-oriented. And the other thing, he got to play as a freshman. That was a huge thing for him.
When you look at a guy
I would hope so. Wow.
Whose uncles
Is that?
are
Hold
Eli
on.
and Peyton.
Hold on. We're gonna see that
coming up.
again.
He's
Did
going
he
through
just
things differently.
not
Grandfather
tackle
is-
him
is
just
Archie
to
Manning.
not
He's
tackle
going
him?
through things differently than
Let's bring that back a second.
when
You
you look
telling
at
me
a
he couldn't
guy
have made
like
this
Archie
tackle?
Manning, whose uncles are
You're telling
Eli.
me nobody could have made this tackle?
And the other thing, he got to play as a freshman. That was a huge thing for him.
When you look at a guy like Arch Manning,
No, we don't want
whose,
to tackle him today.
uncles are Eli
All right.
and Peyton. Yep. He's coming up. He's going through things differently.
Yeah, we don't want to
Grandfather
tackle him today.
is Archie Manning. He's going through things differently than
Yeah,
those guys have
no
done.
defense.
Think about how
None.
the game has transcended since those two have even played. So
Well,
they're
it's pretty
teaching
obvious.
him
He hit the best
one-on-one
team.
things from two different quarterback perspectives, and you add the grandfather, 3 quarterback perspectives.
Here's Manning rolling right. Arch.
Okay.
Looks it to Randall
All right.
for a
No
Newman
defense
touchdown.
over there.
It's like somebody from the Manning family certainly spit him out because of the mechanics. When I watch his drops,
Okay, Keyshawn.
delivery
Where's
of the ball, I'm
Keyshawn?
sitting there,
Thinks
I'm
the
saying to
mechanics are
myself,
perfect.
Is that one of those 2 kids that
Glazer.
just went back in time
Cap.
and played the
Glazer.
position? Because he does. He certainly looks like one of them at the quarterback spot.
All right. So the question is, after everyone has decided how they felt about this guy, the question is he the next thing that's coming up? I think he has the resources to do it. I sure think that after any failures that he may have starting this year in college, that they will get him the help that he needs. I don't think they're going to let him be a bust, so to say. But I do think the way that they're treating him versus the way they treated some other players, that's indeed a double standard. I don't think, Chad, unless you disagree with me, I think I'm going to move on. Unless the chat disagrees with me. So I'll give y'all a minute to let me know. And if that's not the case, that's just not the case. We're gonna have to go to the next thing that we're gonna do. Let's go to this playlist to see what's going on here. We got another. So we got another from Coach JB. This was started on the Souls of Thought podcast the other day when Coach JB went going, and I've been following some of his stories, and I haven't watched this yet. So we're gonna watch a little bit of Coach JB and his conversation, and then we're gonna see what we got to say about it and what we feel about it. But all right, y'all, buckle in because I haven't seen this one yet, and a lot of times Coach JB goes straight in, especially after that last one. So let's get Coach JB on here.
Hit me up, and I'm curious. Smitty, this is a real DM, and I just want you to read it for the crowd.
You want me to read it?
Please. It's from this person,
Callie
Callie Brownson. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, Callie Brownson said, we loved hearing from unemployed former junior college coaches. When you get a big job,
why you
laughing? Actually credits your football knowledge as well as character.
This is the repercussions of that show last week.
And then Jimmy responds and says, are you a boy or a girl? Before we continue, please answer me respectfully. JBA, I will say you got some good clapbacks.
How'd I spell boy?
Boy, you heard how I said it, right?
Yeah.
B-O-I. It's different.
Yeah.
And then what?
Or girl.
Then what I say?
Oh shit. You said you fucking weirdos are embarrassing. Go away already, you fucking made up human. I don't even know what the fuck you are, bitch. That's what JB said. I'm just reading what he said. I did not say that. I don't validate that. I'm just reading what JB said for the audio listener.
Hey, Coach JB.
Hold on, homie. The way you read it, it's just like you're reading off the teleprompter, and it sounds a lot like Mina Kimes, how she reads it on the teleprompter.
Ooh.
And it gives it's funny as shit, like how you read it, because you read it like. But anyway, she came back at me, or he came back. I don't know what it is. Bailey, do we have any
I don't know why are you saying that though? Why are you assuming that you don't know what it is? Why are you saying that?
I really don't. I really don't know what it is.
Are you trying to be funny, or are you like really?
No, I swear to God, on my daughter. I do not want to know what it is. That's why respectfully I asked, "What are you?" Because I really did not know. And nowadays, if you say the wrong thing, they'll say, "Don't mispronoun me," which is which I'm gonna piss on that. So I just want to be clear. I do not know what they are.
Look, Coach JV is going in, and I'm going to interrupt him so we can get to the meat of it. But he's stepping back at what happened on this show.
Shout out to Jen Welter, though, the one you originally was beefing with.
I blocked her ass.
And these people are people coming from her support, which again, that's fair. It's fair game. Like just like when you go at somebody.
Before you shout her out, can I give you an insight? Before you shout her out,
their mom's gonna come and attack you. She actually followed me yesterday on IG. I went in and followed her back. And,
yeah, of course she followed you. You was pandering to her the whole time.
Be careful.
What?
She's been exposed as just like your other homegirl. I've exposed her as well as a fraud.
Well, she's not a fraud. I mean,
no. I'm not going to give you the information before you start talking.
Okay.
You want me to give you the information before you start talking and before you get over your toes? You want me to give you the information or no?
No.
All right. Because someone that you like has given me the tea on her. So
I don't like a lot of people. So
I'm just telling you. So we've had. So the Jen Ran or whatever her name is, she's a fraud. The other broad's a fraud, proven fraud, and she keeps putting stories out about me. I don't know why. And then this little girl, whatever it is. I had to spell boy with the I, Smitty, because I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So that's I don't know.
For blood.
I'm just tired of these motherfuckers. I really.
You gotta start disrespecting women, though. I'll say that though.
But we don't know what it is. So I don't know if it's a woman. That's the problem. That's why I'm asking you, homie. That's why I'm telling them. Like, why is it always the same people? You should see the people in my DMs that are attacking me, though. They're like big followers. They got following, too.
Last night is facts.
The one has purple hair, of course. I'm like, God damn. I mean, if I showed you my clapback, I'm really undefeated on the clapback. I'm not even going to pat myself. My clapbacks are just undefeated. You can't fuck with them.
Didn't we?
That's why KD and Shaq and the real ones are hitting me up like, dog, you're hilarious. Like, y'all are hilarious. So,
like, it's funny because, like, some people probably wouldn't even know that, like, you went at them, too.
No, if they don't watch, then, yeah, they would know he went at everybody. He goes at everybody every chance he gets.
None. Keep going.
I think they do know, though.
I think they just didn't hear that. Like, they weren't watching the show during that clip.
Oh, fuck. All right, so what is it, Smitty?
Who's this?
That's the fucking Brownson or whatever. Callie Brownson. What do you mean? I don't get what you say all for.
I just said, it's your battle, homie. Like in the hood, like.
No, I'm just asking you.
Before he goes there, before he even thinks about going to in the hood. For those that didn't see Souls of Thought show or us cover it or JV show at all, I want to let you guys know that he had a really wicked back and forth with one of the guests that he had on the show. And it didn't really start off as disrespectful, but then as soon as it got there, he unleashed all of it. So the double standard is if you can dish it out, should you also be able to take it? And with the exchange, behind just that, with the exchanges, can you then say, well, no, you can't talk to me like that because I'm a woman and you're a guy? Is that a double standard or is that a respect issue? Because I really want to know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
What it is.
In the hood, though, like in the hood, like you got to fight your own battles, homie. You know what I mean? Like I can't help you on this one. You got to fight your own battles.
No. I'm just asking you what it is.
It's Callie Bronson.
What?
It's Callie Bronson.
But what is it?
It's a human being, football person, loves the game.
All right. Well, listen, it's not getting better, Smitty. Here's another one that came at me. Take a listen to this breakdown of another one that came at me.
Ball blitzing is one of the riskiest and smartest moves a defense can make. In today's Football 101, for the girls, we are going to discuss it. A blitz is when the defense sends extra players to pressure the quarterback. On our board, here is the defense, down here is the offense, and this little pink cutie is our quarterback. Typically, the defense is going to rush 3 or 4 guys, usually these linemen, to try to get to the quarterback. So these guys are going to try to sack the quarterback. It's the offensive line's job to prevent that from happening. So they're trying to stop these guys from getting to the quarterback. But during a blitz, they're going to send extra guys, usually the linebackers or the defensive backs, to try to get to the quarterback. So these guys usually drop back into coverage, like go this way and try to keep the ball handlers from getting past here. But
now, before you go in, JB, this post is for the girls. She led with that, meaning the girls who have no knowledge of what football is. So she's trying to educate them on the very basic level, basic knowledge form of what football is. That's all she's doing. Now, I understand the tone and the look isn't what we're used to in the locker room. I understand that completely. But I don't think she's trying to coach. I think she's trying to tell the girls who are the girly girls who got men who love football, who don't understand why the men love football. She's trying to educate them on the very, very basic level of what football is so that they can have a little bit of an understanding of what's going on. Go ahead, Jason.
What is the pink cutie?
So this, I gotta let this play out. I was gonna stop it, but I gotta let this play out.
What happened?
Huh?
I haven't seen the rest of this whole video yet, guys. So I'm getting my first impressions of it just like
on her board. What's the
quarterback on her board?
Huh?
I think that's her QB.
And you're defending that?
No. Listen to what I said, Jason. I'm saying she's teaching the girls who know nothing about football the very basic level.
Gotcha. What are the 5 X's?
It's a bear front. She got the D line. It's a bear front.
Gotcha. All straight, all is cross straight level. All 5 X's.
It's a bear front. It's straight up.
All right.
5-2.
She got a 5 technique, a 3 technique, a 0, a 2, and a 5.
Yeah. She has all different techniques there. So I was just saying.
I can't do it no more, homie. I don't know if I could do it. We got to stop. I just don't get it.
Hey, shout out to her though, man, on everything.
I don't get the defense of it.
What she did work because it's on our show.
But I don't get the defense of it.
It worked. Like the content worked.
Yeah, I mean, it got you.
If she would have said, homie, real shit. People, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blitz and Tits. And then she popped.
I think we got the gist of what this one is going to be without having to watch the whole thing. Yes, I actually am glad that somebody said that, so I didn't have to. As you see a lot on these panels and these channels, is you see overwhelmingly black men want to protect black women. And then black men want to protect women in general. It's across the entire sphere of podcasting, manosphere, all the different pill colors and everything else that's going on out there. You do see lots of men wanting to protect women, value them and their virtue, as well as to give them the right type of advice, from a man's perspective, and not telling them they need to listen. But if you ask for someone's opinion, you should at least hear it out before you say, no, that's not right. In this case, Smitty is a devil's advocate is the best way that I can say this. Every time that one of these topics comes up, Smitty is devil's advocate. He wants to protect them and include them and get them into the spot to where they can be seen as equals. A lot of the people that are against this mindset would see it, especially when we do feel like they don't do the same thing for us. Matter of fact, I would hazard a guess to say that, like, when it comes to the talking areas, then we get put down more by them than anyone else. And I'm not shying away from that either. It's going to keep it 100. Being PC about real life issues in the world around us, being PC is what got us into these messes in the first place. If we could just have real talk with each other and say, hey, look, I know you've been hurt by a bunch of us. I know that you haven't got a fair shake by a bunch of us. Then maybe it'll stop being all of our problems. But when they're wrong, you got to say something about it, especially if you're in a position where he is to say something about it. You kind of have to. And it looks real bad. I can agree with you on that, Souls. It looks real bad to be riding for someone that is literally dead wrong while they're having a conversation about something that someone else is arguing that they shouldn't even be having a conversation about. If you're going to be allowed into an arena, especially an arena that was previously dominated by one type of person, please be knowledgeable and ready to combat this type of stereotype that's going to get thrown against you. I never said women couldn't play football. I never said women couldn't play basketball. I never said they couldn't play baseball or softball, American football, soccer, Euro football, whatever sport you want to play, rugby, badminton, tennis. I never said any of these things. But when there's overwhelming evidence that there are way less unicorns than we think of people who can have the same type of performance at the elite level that the other elites have, then you'll start to think, well, maybe it's just an inclusionary tactic and not necessarily the truth. I think that it is an inclusionary tactic. I think that people want it to be a thing a lot more than it could be possible. I'm not saying that it's impossible at all. I'm just saying that it seems like these athletes who go up against people outside of their gender, primarily when it is women entering male-dominated sports in their own genres, that they don't necessarily perform very well. And should that change, I'm sure that that person would be allowed to compete in a multitude of ways. Should that change. But up until now, head-to-head competition, pro versus pro, it's been night and day on the inability to compete, intergenderally in those arenas. There are some examples of people beating regular guys, or I watched the video today of a bunch of pro WNBA players playing against a team of 8th graders, and they only won by 3 points. But they lost 4 or 6 competitions against the boys who are in 8th grade. These kids are like 14, 13 years old, playing against WNBA women. And the only reason that the WNBA actually won was because they were fouling. I mean, if you guys don't believe me, then I'll go in here and I will play a small excerpt of this game so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm never going to be one of those guys who acts like women can't play or women can't be included. I'm never going to be one of those guys. But I'm also going to say that if you're going to play, if you're going to be included, then you need to be as good as the guys who are playing. You don't just get to be there. You just being there is not doing anything good for the sport at all.
Here are pro.
Just go here and watch this. And
I got you. I got to work with this one.
Now that. We'll start with her up. How about that, guys?
Yo, bro. Trust. Hey, I won.
16-6. Hezzy, drive, layup, dish out. Freddie with the 3. Is that 8? Hey! 16-8. Boys on the verge of a comeback right now.
Good work.
16-8.
He got to be moving the floor.
Boys can go on a run right here. Sizing up defense. Ollie, cross, spin move, dish out, drive in. Bang!
Go to work.
Oh my
God. Ernesto, what are you doing?
Oh, and one foul.
Yes, nice little foul.
16-9.
You don't want it.
Oh, Ernesto, spin move. Can you finish?
Hell no. Give me the foul. You're weakest. Shut that shit up. Shut that.
Why are you cursing at kids like that?
Your mother's.
Money with the 3. Hey! 18-9.
Oh, wait. Right. That's you all day.
Hey!
All day.
20-9, game point. Oh my God.
He mixing them up.
Take it out. Big look. Yeah. Shot. Come on, dog.
A wide open three for the boys and bang. Boys on the verge of a comeback.
Don't get some.
Damn. Foul.
Why are you so weak? We're too aggressive. I'm touching him.
2011. Girl strategy here is to play aggressive, which just seems to be working until
You shot that show. Your teammates don't believe in you.
the 13.
Hey, good shot, Ernesto.
They've been talking trash this entire time. Ernesto is living now.
John, throw it. John, throw it. John, throw it.
20.
Damn.
The boys aren't taking the best shots, but it all works out because they got the rebound leading to an open three and an air ball. 20 and 13 again?
So drop.
That's good.
She was cooking them with the handles. Oh, did she use air ball? Yes, she did.
Hey.
Extreme air ball.
They wanted to dish down below. John with the three. Hey! 20 to 15.
So y'all just catch
boys are
these
this
pro
close to
WNBA
coming back
players
and
against
winning.
13 and 14-year-old boys in the 8th grade.
Just fouling all the time. Hey, Dean. We heard that. You're trying to grab a already. Hey, you shot it. Give it back behind you. You keep shooting
The
it.
boys got the ball
You
back.
miss all of them.
20 and 15. Needs a bucket here. And the door is open for the boys. And a wide open three. Bang! 20 to 17. The boys need 4 more points to win this game.
Ooh, that was nice. Let's go. One more play. No.
Yeah.
Foul call. Good foul call. Good foul
Good
call.
foul call.
We're going to
This is
stop
a good
playing on
foul
every
call.
other No way, you haven't called one foul on me. Oh my God, y'all so soft. Do you want to call you top 30 prospects?
Ooh.
I've never been it out there, bro. Oh yeah, John.
2018.
I don't get mad about that.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Yeah, right. Give the ball properly. Y'all literally up. Get the ball to the crybaby. Yeah, get the ball to me.
Got the taunt from the bench going on.
Hey, go up, run. Oh my God.
The boys need to really
He's doing
score a
too much.
bucket here. Drive,
He's doing too much.
Ollie,
Go past it.
let's go.
dish out, three-pointer, and this is huge. But the boys miss, and the ladies with the rebound and a chance to win it
They really are,
right
fellas.
here.
Stay there, I got him.
For the win! Hey! 21 to 18 pro women have proven that they are better than middle school prodigies. That was the craziest video.
Peak team, baby.
Sorry.
Oh, now we're
Still
sorry.
facing the boys out. Okay, y'all don't know why, but the boys was kicking their butts earlier in this little competition right here.
Yup, that's it. Go, Freddie.
First shot.
Take your time, Freddie. Wait, we good.
Freddie's taking an early lead. Uh-oh. Freddie's
Boy,
already
got a
onto
jump
the
shot.
top of the key. And Freddie's already
He's about to lap her.
on the final second. Freddie's already on the final shot.
Freddie, walk him down.
And he did walk him down.
Walk him down.
And it is best 2 out of 3 for the challenge, but they've already taken one dub in this.
Yeah,
Freddie.
they ended up winning the entire
Could
thing.
win this
as you can
round
see.
until Oliver did this.
Let's go, Oliver. Ollie. That's a foul.
Mind game trying to get in the way, but then she misses a shot. Ollie's already at the top of the key. Okay. Don't worry. Bree's there too.
These are 13 to 14-year-olds against pros.
Oliver.
And the boys have won another challenge.
My God.
Let me just tell you, aside from the game, that's how I went the entire day. Aside from the game, that's how I went the entire day. Are we going to be upset that they had their emotions out on little boys and they tried to show them competition? I believe one of the main things that she said was they're in middle school, they don't know aggression. They're in middle school, they don't know aggression. That stuck out to me. Hey, I'm not saying that if you step on the court with a pro, expect to get their best, right? Expect to get their best. If that means they got to foul you, they got to beat you up a little bit, soften you up so you won't come down to the bottom of the net, because they're not like they're not 34 years old and professional. Just saying. Sometimes I know that's not the best that the WNBA had to offer. It's not. But I would think that any group of random pros would be able to beat a bunch of 8th graders. And they should have beat them in all the competitions. But it is what it is, y'all. We're gonna have to move on. If y'all are catching this on the rewatch, please let me know what you think about it, because this is starting to get really, really awkward. Because I'm trying to defend him too. Trying to defend him, and they're not letting me. They're not letting me at all. Okay, so I guess we're gonna do one more on this one before we move on to the next segment. And right now we're gonna do touchdowns and tough love.
So when I moved to Washington,
y'all heard me? Touchdowns and tough love. Touchdowns and tough love. It is a all-women's football team, and we're gonna see what they got going on.
How did you get involved?
Well, I grew up in Georgia, where like women playing football was not a thing. Definitely not tackle. So when I moved to Washington, a coworker of mine invited me to come out and play and try out for the team. I thought it was lingerie football, and I was like,
which was a thing for a while, right?
Yeah.
It was, and so that's why everybody's like, "Oh, you play lingerie?" I'm like, "No."
Okay.
So I was like, "I don't really want to play lingerie." She's like, no, it's like full pads and jersey and pants. So I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's real
and
football.
I went out, and I was actually good. Yeah, and I've been playing for like 8 years now.
Wow. Okay, Loco, what about you?
Same thing. Just kind of ran into it. I seen some girl flag football, so I was like, I wonder if they got tackle football.
Oh, you looked for it.
I looked it up on Facebook and it popped up, and I was like, oh yeah, DM, here I come.
What?
Yeah, I've been playing for 6 years.
Okay, y'all been in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Coach, are you also competing, or are you just training these athletes?
I'm training the athletes. I'm giving them the tools that they need to prepare for the field.
All right, let's hear some more.
Okay, so how did you get involved in this?
Well, I've had my own journey, of course, and I've done a lot of competitions, like beast mode competitions, strong woman competitions, and things like that. So I know what it takes in order to push yourself past the limit to perform, right? So my son played football for many years, and so I've always been in the limelight of football.
She's a football mom.
And I was also an assistant coach for his little league team. So
so you got the experience.
I did. And I used to work out with Hopkins.
Okay.
And he introduced me to his sister.
Yep.
And he was like, look, I like what you're doing for the women.
Yep.
I like the way you train. I'm going to introduce you to my sister, and you go from there. And so I did that, and it just all came together. And when I had them come to my gym, so I own my own gym. So I had them come to my gym, and they loved it. And it's just been growing ever since. So I'm there. I go to their sidelines. I'm their medic. I'm their nurse. I'm their everything. So, yeah.
Okay, Loco, I see you nodding.
Yeah.
Is Coach E really there for every...
She's there. Everything. Meal preps. She's like in our DMs when we posting on social media, like, is that fried?
I mean, it would seem to me they are very passionate about the sport of football. They are. I'm going to move forward a little bit to just give a little bit backstory there. We're going to talk about American football women.
Into training 7 different teams within 4 different leagues, right?
Correct.
Okay, so taking this on, though, it's always shocking to hear that women play not only football, but tackle football. So when you tell people that that's what you're involved in, what do they say?
It's either
go ahead. Yeah, the first thing they say is lingerie. That's exactly
every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
And then you're like, no, it's full pads. We just like the men. They're like, nah.
They're just like the men.
People don't want to see it at first, but once they go, it's like because it's hitting.
Right.
I mean, she's in the league that hits the WNFC.
Yeah, they're sponsored by Adidas. So.
They hit.
They are. They are sponsored by
When you
Adidas.
say they hit, what exactly are you
It's one of
saying
those
there?
Smokey and Craig. Yeah. They hit. So yeah, it's real.
Yeah. I mean, there's levels to it. I mean, like she said, you get one or two things. When I first started,
I want to point out that Loco made sure that she came completely decorated. She got on every championship she ever won. And you know what? For once, I don't blame her.
it was like, are you in lingerie? And I had to say tackle. But if I just say football, some people think flag, right? Because flag is grown in the women's space, which is great. But yeah, there's levels to it. Like
Judged by
you know,
achievements,
top,
not
like,
by
when you get on the
gender.
Olympic like national team, and you have people that are just starting out, you know, which is perfectly fine. It's new for women. But yeah, I'm happy to play in one of the higher competitive leagues where we have some smoking.
Yeah, that's the SEC over there. They like the SEC of women's football.
Yeah, okay, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, they hit. Now what?
I mean, obviously, it sucks to be immediately told, oh, it's lingerie. No, it's not. Oh, it's flag. No, it's not. Oh, well, it can't be that hard because women are doing it. How do you tell these people, like, shut the up? We strong. We can.
Oh yeah, they absolutely can. Like my athletes, I'll tell you right now, I will put them up against men any day.
Whoa!
Y'all, her athletes, she believes that her athletes can go up against men any day. Any day. Any day. You know, I'm not gonna cut her off.
Oh
yeah, I would.
They are that tough.
Yes, they are,
and they can handle them hits. Just like
they can handle the hits. Actually, some of my players, my athletes, they like to practice with men rather than practice with women because it makes it betters their athleticism.
Right.
So yeah.
And are the men like surprised? Like, oh
yeah,
shit, I'm getting outworked.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask them, but they know better than me. But I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah,
because I've had some guys come, some college players, and they've trained with Chevy and they've trained with her, with Loco, and they're just like, "Are you serious?" Like, and they're trying to keep up with them. Like they really try to keep up.
Well, Jay Hall had an interesting thing that he had posted a little bit ago about this and what happens when you allow them to do their thing together. We're gonna go there and we're gonna watch it and we're gonna see exactly what happens when that happens.
Hello everyone. 2020.
Nope, that's the WNBA. We already finished the WNBA for today. We're gonna go down and get this one.
All right, guys. Do you know who the real misogynists are? The people who let women go into men's American. This is outrageous.
Hold on, we gotta go back. We gotta see that. We gotta see that. No, we gotta see that.
This is outrageous.
Shit. And then they bullshit. The guy ran a 50 yards. Get him.
Ooh. It ain't right.
That's just hard to watch. What father would want to see that? That is the last thing I would want my daughter to do. Listen, she is already at a disadvantage. Males have longer limbs, stronger bones, greater muscle mass and strength, greater aerobic capacity, pretty much bigger lungs. The average size of an NFL football player is 6'2" and 245. If I have a daughter that wants to one day play in the NFL, I'm gonna be like, hell no. Hell no. Do you know that concussions occur 1 in 5 games? So there's a 1 in 5 chance that you might get a concussion. Your brain might get messed up. So me knowing all these facts, why would I let my daughter go and play football against a bunch of boys? It's better I let her go in some sort of female league. Just like how there's a WNBA, I think there should be a female league for football. And I think there is. I think it's called the LFL.
But guess what? We don't get to just chill and go to sleep on defense.
All right, so I dug around the internet and found some more women in men's football leagues. And here's a video that I was actually surprised to find. A woman tackling a man in a football game.
I remember that. That was House of Highlights.
Kelly McNamara is her name, and she's the kicker for North Penn High School in Pennsylvania. The opposing team tried to rock a trick play, which usually works. Kelly spotted it right away, and well, you saw the rest. She sent this guy flying.
I mean, I wouldn't say she sent him flying.
I don't think I can get it.
Just
in
imagine the
his
shame I would feel if I got tackled by a girl named Kelly.
Let me turn it
I
up
could
and
forget
louder.
about playing in college. I could forget about the respect of my teammates because I will be the laughingstock of the entire team. And here's another girl tackling a guy.
In front of a homecomings crowd on Friday against Lakeland, she went 3 for 3 on extra points, hit a 26-yard field goal, and made a touchdown-saving tackle.
I wasn't going to let him score.
The Grizzlies went on to win by 4.
When I barely get to make tackles, it's enjoyable for me, and especially I know my dad likes to see me tackle people.
If her dad wanted a boy, he should have just said so. One day she's going to tackle the wrong player, and he might just break her in half by just falling on her because they're so.
Let that girl do her thing, man.
And here's the first female kicker in college sports. That's how you know there's a clear difference between men and women, especially in sports. Because if a man did that bullshit, he will get clowned.
He gonna get
but because it's a woman, she'll get participation.
He's gonna get cut. He's not just getting clowned. He's getting cut from the team after that.
Day in college football.
He's getting cut from the
And
team.
then that's why it's just not fair for men and women to compete in the same league. I'm not saying that to be sexist because I know people will be like, "Oh, you're just sexist." No, I'm saying that to protect women. Why would I want women to go out there with 6'2", 245-pound guys that can break them in half easily?
The next part of this is really interesting because I actually got to meet this person and talk to them for a little bit. This is Tony Harris, y'all. Let's see what Tony Harris is all about.
Like, take a look at this Super Bowl commercial, for instance. It's clear that they're trying to push an agenda that women can be in the NFL and compete just as well as guys. But this is a very dangerous mentality, guys. Watch this.
They've said a lot of things about Tony Harris. They said she was too small. They said she was too slow, too weak. They said she'd never get to the next level, never inspire a new generation, never get a football scholarship. Yeah, people have made a lot of assumptions about Tony.
But I've never been a big fan of assumptions.
Shut your ass up. I'm going to let Think Before You Sleep break this down for y'all.
I gotta say, I'm inspired now. Not only am I ready to buy a Toyota RAV4 because it's not too small, not too slow, and not too weak for me, but I also think I'm ready to become a professional football player.
My dream moving forward is to become the first female NFL player.
Okay, I'm with you. Toyota showed her doing some workouts, so let's see where her squat's at. Oh, oops. It looks like they zoomed in to the point where you can't see how much she's lifting. I'm sure that was an accident. What about her bench press? Also zoomed in too much to see what kind of plates are there. Curious, though, when she's doing the battle ropes or flipping the tire, which are exercises that are much harder to easily quantify, they're fully zoomed out. That must be a coincidence.
It's clear as day that they're trying to push this agenda, but it's actually very dangerous. And did you think she actually made the NFL? No. Those guys would destroy her.
She was the one that said, yeah, I feel like I just did. Bro, chill out. Do you want to put your hands on me?
Bro, chill out.
Women.
Hate me. Tell me how I'm trash.
And this is why girls are so quick to put their hands on guys just like this. Because the movies, social media, because of all that, every woman thinks they can beat up a guy. Even when a girl's in your face like this, my advice is to not punch or hit a girl. Why you?
Yeah, that's my advice too. You shouldn't be punching and hitting them. You go to jail, you will lose all of your stuff if you punch and hit women. I gotta say it. I like Tony Harris when she was playing. I thought that she had a great story, but I thought that's what it was. I thought it was a great story. I didn't think that she had any chance to get to any of the higher levels of football or actually playing in any meaningful capacity. She was a safety. She couldn't play cornerback. She wasn't necessarily too slow, but she wasn't fast enough. She wasn't big enough to play linebacker. And they definitely didn't want to do anything on the offensive side of the ball. It was too much of a liability there. And I admired her tenacity and trying to play with the guys. I really do. I admired it. Did I think that it was a waste of time? Yes. Do I think that there are probably some other guys that had way more upside on if you would have gave them the same amount of attention that you gave her when in training? I think that they would have been able to because they grow into their bodies and they succeed in that way. And I mean, but who am I? Who am I? Just just a guy who plays. Just a guy who had to fight all the time to get seen, and when he did get seen, he had to fight some more. So you can't really have it both ways. Either you want to compete off your own merit, or you want to compete for opportunities just because of what you are. Hey, it's a conversation for if it's a double standard or not. Is it a double standard, chat? Should she have been considered a little bit farther because she wanted to? Would you have drafted her for your team? That's the question. We're gonna go into a new section. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say a new section. It's from Souls of Thought. Once again, we got more double standards, but this was going to be based on what they were talking about last night. Let's bring them up right now so we can because their conversation last night was thought provoking. It was very intriguing seeing what they were able to talk about last night and get through. It didn't play. I'm gonna back up some.
In the same sense.
I knew this was gonna be good. Yeah.
She's disrespecting you. It's a double playing field.
Man, it's tough. Boy,
My son will never
you
hear
gotta
me
vet
down about my
everything.
child's father.
These day and age, you got to vet everything. Because I gotta be real with you.
Shout out to Uncle Plug.
I say you got
shout out
mothers,
Souls of Thoughts, and shout out to
bitches
Conversation
with babies.
in April.
Don't please, you cannot protect because you are the exception. Because you are the exception, you can't protect these bitches with babies.
Can I play something for y'all before y'all do it?
Go ahead.
Because this was like these. I swear to y'all, these fell right in my lap, like last minute. So this is Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. So that video made me want to. I was like, man, and this came up, and this is her. Look at how she's treating him, and he's coming to get his child.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm gonna record this. That's not okay.
Every time he cries, she's gonna record it.
This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up. Actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him.
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
Got a camera person
And
filming it,
it's
recording
up
it.
with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one, maybe I would.
You're that bitch.
Pussy ass
Hey, you
bitch.
wish I was,
Pussy ass. What the fuck you looking at?
That's on my way.
2-on-1 now.
Bitch ass out my driveway, ho.
Fuck you. You don't pay for shit either.
So I'm gonna stop it there, because we have to address the elephant in the room, right? Because I don't know if y'all paid attention. PJ was coming to get his son. It sounds like he's been coming to get him every week. She said this is the third week, and he cries every time. The father said, "Hey,
he has to toughen up. Got to move. You know what I mean? He's still doing.
Which he does have to toughen up. If you don't toughen up your kid, especially a young boy, then he will continue to do this each and every time. He's not crying because something is actually wrong. I want to know what happened at the beginning of this, before this even started, when she was getting him ready for the dad to come and pick him up. Mind you, we're talking about rich people here. We're not talking about, the broke average Joes working from paycheck to paycheck. We're talking about people who are rich, people who have alimony, people who have hefty amounts in child support, people who have millions and millions of dollars in their contracts. PJ Washington is a basketball player in the NBA. He makes millions of dollars. He's currently remarried to someone else with, even more going on. So we're going to see the rest of how this breaks down. I do not want to keep interrupting, the host of this wonderful show. I want to hear them out, and then I'm going to add my 2 cents on it. I think y'all should too.
Doing his fatherly role. He was trying to be respectful. He kept moving. I don't know who her cheerleader in the back that was recording start calling him out his name. So I thought this was a perfect video to go with the question. Can you be disrespectful to your baby mama and be a good father? And I think the answer is yes. Because certain moments can make you seem disrespectful.
So you can be, right? You can be disrespectful to her and still be a good father. We're going to keep going.
When people don't get the full picture. Because he's doing his due diligence. He's coming to pick up his child. Why are you upset because your son is crying? This dude is coming to get his child. Because you will be complaining if he just never came and got him. So now y'all can have y'all conversation. I just wanted to play both viewpoints because you had that one lady.
You're 100% right.
I agree with her, but she was going in. But then you have this video that
What's up,
truly
family?
shows a dad trying to be a father. So do you guys think a disrespectful being disrespectful to your baby mama can still be a good father to their child?
At that moment in that video, he was being disrespected first. And then he pushed back the disrespect. Now, how he chose to respond at that moment was disrespectful because he was being disrespected. But if he would have stayed quiet, gotten in the car and left, regardless of what she was saying or everything that was being thrown at him, then he would have been respectful,
I think she's got a point. I think she's got a point. I think if he would have let it roll off of his back, then maybe it would have calmed down. That's also a maybe. You have certain things that are certain and things that aren't certain. I think in this instance, he was tired of taking disrespect from her and whoever her camera person was, especially in front of his son and his wife in the vehicle with him. I don't know too many men that are going to allow disrespect in front of their wife from the ex. I don't know too many men. I mean, can we get some? What do y'all think in the comments? Should he have allowed her to disrespect him in front of his wife? If you have a wife, would you allow someone to disrespect you in front of your wife under any circumstance? And what do you think the repercussions of that are? If someone's disrespecting you in front of your wife and you see like not accepting disrespect does not always mean physical violence. I think that's a misconception. Just because you want to allow someone to disrespect you does not mean that you have to physically hurt them, beat them up, slap them, or anything like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to, set fire to anything, but you can defend yourself in a way that would show that you're not accepting or tolerating the disrespect, even if it keeps being hurled at you. Some people have motor mouths. There's no clap back that you can give that will shut them up. They would just keep going and going and going, trying to, inflame you to act. But I think having the control to keep doing what you're doing, even if you are popping off a little bit, just shows you're not tolerating the disrespect. He could have done that. I'm sure he could have. He could have done that. And I think Souls is right too. I think he sure is aware of his wife's. I think his wife sure is aware of her character. No response is a response. Real women love stoic men. Was he not stoic because he responded at all? Because I mean, he kind of just continued moving about his business at the same speed that he was moving the entire time. I mean, he had some conversation back and forth with her, but do you think that was too much? Like he should have just said nothing and kept it moving? Or do you think that she would have gotten worse if he wouldn't have said anything and just kept it moving? I really wish we had more film from before all of that started, like before the doorbell even got rung. I wish we had film of that. And I think if y'all head over to Souls of Thought and watch this after we get done today, y'all will see that they had the same questions. They want to know what's going on here. I mean, maybe we get a little bit more response from the Souls of Thought podcast.
But he just chose not to take the lashes and chose to lash back in that moment.
So do you feel like he should take the lashes?
If he was a respectful man, did he deserve it? Probably not. No. But he should have just gotten in the car and left.
So you think he's disrespectful because of the one time where he was being disrespected, he said something back?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No, he was giving back what he was giving.
Okay. But you feel, and I'm not putting words in your mouth, you feel that from a woman's standpoint that the man should take the higher road and just keep moving.
He was being hit, so he was hitting back. He just didn't take the licks. In that video, he was just taking licks.
You got to answer my question because
the right thing to do in that moment would have been to take the licks, get in the car, and just go.
Okay.
You out your damn.
Hold on.
He gave her satisfaction by responding.
Gotcha. So now go ahead, Plug.
You out your mind. See, is that the same broad that was married to Kevin Gates?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I see why they got a divorce so fast. I got a divorce so fast because you know what?
I believe they do too. So
see, the problem is that most of these broads keep like yes broads around them, and they ain't never around nobody real. Cause see, most dudes in that position got a favorite cousin, and she ready for that action at all times. She ready for that action at all times. The only thing he gonna do is say, "Hey, cuz, man, I'm tired of that hoe, man. I swear to God, man, I can't even go pick my child up. Her energy is so strong. Got my baby crying. You know what I'm saying, man? She calling me all out my name, man. All kind of pussy ass nigga."
In that situation, the least resistance is just to keep it moving. There ain't no. I got no pushback against that. That the least resistance is to just keep moving. Grab your kid and leave. Grab your kid and leave. That is the path of least resistance in that situation. I think that I don't know. This is if it was a one-off, I would say that I think that he should have just kept the movement. Some tells me there's more to this story though. I think I'm gonna listen to y'all a little bit more and try to continue to evaluate my ever-changing opinion based on every tidbit of knowledge that comes out from this.
Bitch niggas and all this right here, man. I'm sick of the hoe. Cool, I got 2,500, man. You go drag that bitch. And that bitch gonna have asphalt on her elbows. Cause I'm trying to tell you, Cuz gonna go over that big Risa.
Well, I think that's why he invited his wife, just in case it got a little, scuffly, just in case, there was the wind was a little bit too thick that day.
Gonna go over there and beat the brakes off that bitch. You understand me? That whole disrespect, man. I'm telling you something, man. We all got to be respectful in these spaces, man, especially when the child's involved, because the child going to lose every time. But I tell you this right here. God got a special place for you disrespectful bitches. I swear that. You understand me? And it's going to be, I don't give a damn how much bread you accumulating month to month for your child support, but you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable.
So Plug said he going to make sure of it. Not him per se, all alleged for content creation purposes. But yeah, like I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. Like if someone is being that disrespectful to them, they might not be able to physically do anything to them themselves, but they will make their life a little bit more uncomfortable. They unscrew every toilet seat they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Make sure there ain't no toilet paper even in the bathroom. Let's watch a little bit more of this before we get to towards our last two segments of the day. We're gonna go a little bit ahead.
Yeah, she was. She feels disrespectful because he doesn't do what she wants him to do.
Yeah. So I need to hit that part because we said that last night. She is gonna be disrespected no matter what he does. That's what I truly believe. I truly believe no matter what he does, she feels as if he is disrespecting her. One, because they're not together. As you said, there was no respect there. That's why you have this type of conversation between the two of them. And two, because I'm guaranteed the reason that they broke up was because he did not do what she wanted him to do, which could be a range of things. We're not trying to put the onus on any one person. We're just saying that on the double standards conversation, what is good for the goose has to also be good for the gander. What is good for the goose has to also be good for the gander in this type of conversation. If y'all are doing anything close to a 50-50, which is what just about every custody breakdown starts at these days, especially when they're rich, is you get them sometimes, I get them sometimes, but you pay him money because it's the primary residence, because that's just how it goes. That's how the court sees it. I truly do believe that, these two at one point in time did actually care about each other, even if it was only for one night and maybe 15 minutes that involved making this child. But either way it goes, I think that the situation was inflamed by her filmer, her camera person, also hurling insults at him, hurling insults at him in front of his son and in front of his wife, picking him up. And I think that it was a tense situation that, yes, he kept it moving. He didn't swing. He didn't get out throwing no fingers at nobody or nothing like that. He just had a couple of inflammatory responses or retorts, as I like to call them, retorts that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily have appreciated. I think that he could have not said anything and probably would have had the exact same result. I think that he could have said of a lot more and probably would have had the exact same result. Unfortunately, and for content purposes, we'll never know because he got in the car and left after this happened. I'm not going to spoil the rest of the show for you guys because it was amazing, but I want you guys to go over and watch all of these channels: Uncle Plug TV, Conversation Soft Rain, Souls of Thought, and engage in the conversation that they were having about this, because it gets long, it gets deep, and it gets thick, and a lot of different ideas are brought out about it. Is it a double standard for them to come out there? She ultimately could ruin his career by him responding. Yes, her career is not going to take a hit, as we've already seen from Sha'Carri Richardson. She got sponsored the very next day after she got locked up for assaulting her husband inside of an airport. If it would have been the other way around, you would have seen him pushing her around. He would never have had the opportunity to run again, let alone get another re-up on your sponsorship. So I'm just saying there are double standards in sports. There are double standards in these relationships, and there are double standards in parenting. I think that in order to be successful as adults, and we should not focus on the fact that the standards are double, because there are just as many on your side as there are on theirs. Yes, if you're a professional athlete, you probably won't make as much as a male in the same sport, depending on the sport. I do know that the American women's soccer team makes more money than the men now. I do know that that male gymnasts aren't necessarily, reached out to as much for sponsorship deals, and people don't follow their lives at all, and most of the time they remain invisible after the Olympics. Up until Noah Lyles and a few guys that have been resurging in the last few years, the American track and field hasn't really gotten that much attention on the men's side. On the women's side, it's been ever so popular. Women's football is probably never going to pop off the same way that men's football does, and that's for football is a train crash. Okay, it is. Football's a train crash, and while there are women that are that do have the ability to effectuate great violence upon another, I don't believe that they could do it at the same level as, let's say, Ray Lewis did. It's not gonna happen. They're not built that way. There's nothing against it. You know, I watch women's football. I support all the women's football players that I know. I support the leagues. I go to the games. You know, I donate money. I do everything that I can to help develop the sport. Even in girls flag football in high school, as it has become it's sweeping the nation as it's becoming a high school sport for women. I think that's good for them. I think they do wonders to learn the sport of football. Do I think that any of them can really compete in the NFL? As a whole, no. Are there unicorns? Yes. Show them to me. Let them try out. Let them see what they can do. As long as they're not kicking the ball 13 yards and then telling me that they're pros, I'm completely fine with that. Judge them on the same scale. Judge them on the same scale. If you're going to judge them at all, judge them on the same scale. Don't just let them just because of women. Not in sports anyway. Not in sports anyway. But so, yeah, there are double standards in life. Yeah, there are. They happen. We got 2 segments left, y'all. We're going to hit the classic codes. Just because I believe it was an excellent one. And it never hurts to share that. And then after that, we're going to do our random video. We have no idea what we're going to watch. But I'll tell you this, it's going to be good. Because it always is.
Hello everyone. 2025 WNBA playoff bracket picks. Eastern.
Where you at, Classic? I know we put you in here. Let's do it this way.
Let's move into the code language conversation. The code language today is on latency. I'm gonna read the book definition first before we get into our our conversation about it. Latency, the state of existing but not yet being developed or manifest. Concealment. Second definition, the delay before a transfer of data begins following an instruction for its transfer. So the first definition is what we're going to stay on, which is the state of existing but not yet being developed or manifest.
Oh, yeah, we back.
So we talking about us. So we talking.
That was a good day, y'all.
No, you all good. So we talking about latency. Jay Zilla, let me let you start on this. When you think about latency, before I read that definition, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is someone saying something such as potential. That's like the first word that comes to mind. I think the next thing that will come to mind, latency, is also kind of the next step after potential. And it's like you're gaining, building up ability. That's the latency, is you building up ability.
So you looking at it
living up to your potential is basically like greatness, but greatness doesn't end. So we talk about that.
I think greatness has a point. I think it does have an end. I think greatness is a destination.
You go from being.
I'm saying like a limit, like
yeah.
You go from being great to being legendary. Once you're legendary, there's gonna be people that, well, not always, but most of the time, somebody jumps up over that legend. You know what I mean? But you don't forget about the legend. Just because somebody jumped up over the legend. That's a relatively new school.
The moment you give up on the legend, you disrespect the entire craft.
Only the new generation of people that's out here right now doesn't have reverence for the history. You know what I'm saying? But that's why, as guys like us, I want to say, we try to pay attention to what came before us. Number one, because a lot of respect was earned and deserved. And number two, because if we don't preserve the history for the generation that's going to be smart, then who will?
Facts. So what do you think about, Cortez, when you think about latency?
So in some of our fields, latency usually means the amount of time that it takes for information to transfer. You know what I mean? So
that's the first thing. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
When I hear it, it's usually technology based.
Got you. Nothing wrong with that. So when you hear the actual first definition of the word, which is the state of existing but not yet being developed or manifest, what comes to mind then? Is that that's new to you? You're learning that in real time? That's the
it's the same. That's literally what it means. So for example, like when you're putting together OBS and you have your everything that's put into the OBS, I'm not about to give them a clinic or anything like that, and then you plug in your capture windows. A lot of times when you push go live, you'll have 1 second, 2 second, 3 second latency in between. Like your video is there, but it hasn't transferred yet or came up yet on the hosting service.
Yeah. So for you, I'm understanding that latency kind of likens to buffering.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Got you. I got you. Nothing wrong with that.
When I think in real life too, not just on the internet, but in real life too. Like I say that all the time. I was buffering right now. Y'all gotta hold on.
Okay. I appreciate both of y'all takes. I say when I think about latency, I always think about society. I think about how most people are, blue pill or whatever the case may be, and the fact that everything pretty much essentially being a person with the magic glasses on, or being a person who can being a person with the magic glasses on, or being a person who can see things for what they are. Because for those who don't know the magic glasses reference, a person who is enlightened, you're generally somewhere close to in real time. See what I'm saying? Most people who are enlightened are operating somewhere close to real time. Whereas the rest of society that's blue pill, by default, they're operating in latency. Because whatever you're allowed to know, whatever has been unsealed for you, whatever has been, disclosed, right, to you, it's been there for God knows how long. And now we just got to a point where the powers that be, or so-called powers that be, feel as though society can handle this information, or this information being public now benefits us in said way because we have this coming down the pipeline, et cetera, et cetera. So when I think of latency, I think about human processing power. That's what comes to mind for me, is the average American's ability to process and the way that it operates. Most people don't get to achieve certain freedoms and liberties in their life in this country that are from this country due to latency. They never catch up to be present. You see what I'm saying? Yep. And when it happens, you end up spending your whole life just a little bit behind the 8 ball. See what I'm saying? And so that's what really comes to mind for me. And so I think just like the definition here where it says, the state of existing but not yet being developed or manifest. So it's like, yeah, you're here, but she said, so does latency equal wokeness? When just explained, wokeness popped in. Yeah, so latency would be like the opposite, not equal to it, but the opposite of it. So like a woke person doesn't have the lag. You see what I'm saying? Like I knew since I was a little kid that aliens were real, or what we call aliens were real. I knew that since I was a little boy. It's a lot of people who believe it now because the government told us a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the latency. I'm not, as Cortez would say, I'm not buffering, right? Like the information isn't still processing for me. I'm not questioning what I can see with my own eyes. She said, got it. Yeah, for sure. It's just, you know what I mean? So I think about most people when I think about latency. Because you know what happens a lot when you're enlightened, and I'm positive it happens for you, Cortez. What happens a lot when you're enlightened is you'll have a conversation with somebody this year in 2025, and you guys will have a knockdown, drag out debate about it. And the person, to the point where they damn near don't know if they still like you when y'all done discussing it, right?
Yes, sir.
And in 2027, they'll reach out to you and tell you, it's crazy. We had that conversation about X, Y, and Z. And I thought you were nuts. I thought you were this. I thought you were that. And it turns out all along, like, you were right. You feel me? But some of that isn't their fault, right? They just have latency. They're existing, but underdeveloped or yet to manifest. You see what I'm saying? Whereas you're at a point in real time where you get it. You're talking about what it is. They're talking about it as a hypothetical, and you're talking about it in reality. You see what I'm saying? So that's what really comes to my mind. Yeah, man. But what do y'all think about that, chat? Latency. Souls of Thought probably not in here because he definitely would have said something about this. But I'll read it again in closing for the code language conversation. The state of existing, but not yet being developed or manifest. And then the last word is concealment. So that's the code language conversation for today. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the
Cash App and because music, y'all. So, chat, if y'all got anything about what y'all think about the code language from the classic codes, please go ahead and put that in there. We could do a little bit of that right now if you want to. Before we do the last segment of the day, let's do a little bit of Q&A. What y'all got for me today? After everything that y'all heard and saw about the double standards and men and women's sports and the inequality in pay, and then the relationships and then latency, what do you guys think about that? Like, is there something stand out to y'all that's being missed here? You know, am I missing a point that was made today by any of the panelists that were on the other day, or they're on either their channels or this one? I mean, what is there? Should double standards be exposed, or should we just accept them as they are? I'm gonna give y'all a second just in case y'all got a little bit of latency. Like how I included that in there. We got none in here, so we rolling, y'all. Let's roll. Let's roll with the random video of the day. Haven't watched it, so I can only say that if he say something crazy or she say something crazy, it's not
You
on
a
me.
struggling guy, you broke. But if you a struggling woman, you strong and independent. Now, if a guy going on double dates and so forth, oh, he's cheating. Now, if a woman going double dates, oh, her options is just open. The lady break up with a man, oh, she deserved better. But when a man break up, oh, he wasted her time. Huh? When a guy is rude, he's toxic. But when a lady is rude, it's mood swings. Be a plus size guy, they gonna call you fat, Biggie Smalls, all types of Now if you a plus size woman, oh, you just chubby, little chunks. Woman set standards, oh, that's just preference. A man set standards, oh, he's a narcissist. What? Make it make sense. This is some delusional ass feminist. I don't get it. Really feel for y'all men, because it's like y'all can't have nothing. And I'm a woman saying this. I feel y'all. This is like, what? The do I know, right? It's your girl Key. I'm just giving you advice. Up to you, motherfuckers, if you want to follow. Wake up, my kings and queens. I'm out.
That was your girl Key. Let's hear from. We're not hearing from him. We're gonna hear from another one. Let's see what he got going on here.
You know what? There's a lot of double standards between man and women, man. There's a lot of double standards. Let me tell you, man. Listen, fellas, don't ever try some of the things that there's certain things that women could get away with. That if you tried that shit nowadays, they'll put your ass on the register. All right, they'll put your ass on the non-swing in prison. A man will slap the shit out of you, and rightly so. All right. So as you know, I'm a radio DJ. All right. I'm a host. I've been fortunate enough to host a load of different events and functions. All right. So we're gonna take it back now. Mate, I don't even know how long ago this was. I hosted. I got a call. Answer the call. French, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, my guy? What you telling me? So he says to me, listen, I've got an event coming up. It's called Chocolate Men. It's all male strippers. All right. I need to host this. I thought, male strippers, you must be out your mind, bruv. Forget it. Put the phone down. I said, nah, I ain't doing that. He phones me back and says, "Listen, you didn't get exactly what I was saying. It's going to be male strippers, but the whole place is going to be full of women, strictly women. All right." I said, "All right, strictly women. Shit, who am I to say no? All right, I tell you what, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna do this event for you. All right, 2-2s now. I'm going to do this event. I'm hosting. You know what I mean, man. I'm disturbing the peace. I'm live. I'm hype. You know what I mean? So 2-2s. I'm on stage. I'm hosting away. Girls are going crazy, but the girls they're going crazy to the strippers. They love the strippers. There's a lot of freakish shit. I'm encouraging this freakish
They love
shit.
it.
That's what a good
They
host
love
does.
it.
Encourages the freakish shit. Yeah, so I'm encouraging this freakish shit. You know what I mean? Girl are doing a lot of shit. Man is putting oil on girl nipple. I said, God damn, what's going on out here? You know what I mean? It was crazy. This girl starts saying to me, strip, strip, strip. I said, fuck that. You see, I'm married. You know what I mean? I had to show him the ring. I was married at the time. I said, nah, I ain't stripping. Anyway, I'm hosting. Tell me how I got thirsty and decided to come off stage, yeah, while there was a performance going on the stage. I thought, let me come off the stage and let me go and get myself a drink. Bro, this one I tell you, 6 girl, it could have been 6, it could have been 7, it could have been 8. They were trying to grab the Johnson. You know what I mean? They were trying to grab the French stroke. I said, look, that's out of limit. All right? That's how you cannot touch there. The girl were proper trying to touch there. So imagine, I'm only saying that to say this. Imagine, fellas, you tried to grab a girl down there, yeah? They will rightly put your ass on the register. Don't ever do that. But they did it to me, man. I still don't know how I feel about that, man. I feel abused.
He's traumatized.
That's how I feel, man. I feel undressed. I feel abused. Yeah, I was touched the wrong way. Tell me how I got home, right? I'm getting ready for shower now. Man's taking off jeans and money's dropping out my boxer shorts. How the hell did that money even get into my boxer shorts? I don't remember that money going in boxer shorts. Girl are crazy, man. Girl are absolutely crazy. But there's a lot of double standards, and that's definitely one of them. Yeah,
that's pretty funny. He hosted a party, and apparently they were able to get that money in there anyway. They wanted him to take his clothes off. I guess that's just how it is, man. That's one of those double standards that you can't really beat, can you? It just is what it is. We did have a question, and I definitely want to get to that question right now, and we'll do that. The chat Q&A question that we got was for Souls of Thought. Soul said, is it a double standard or a lack of reality, especially in sports? Well, Souls, I think that it's a lack of reality. I don't really think it's a double standard. I think it's a lack of reality. That when it comes to women versus men in sports, there's an astronomical number of men who can compete at a level that is required. For example, college football, there is so many thousands of players in all levels of college football year round, every year, and they move on to other levels, or they go and they become carpenters and doctors, lawyers, and everything else they went to college for, or some of them become criminals. It's just how it is. Do I think that there are some women who may be able to compete at some way? And there might be, yeah. Where are they? I don't know. With the advent of social media and technology, I think that you'd be able to find them. But every time we think we found one, well, you saw what happened in the video multiple times. And if you search the internet, which we only got a short show, 90 minutes, give or take a few minutes every day, if somebody happens to find something that convinces you that they should be playing professional football with other males, then you send it to me. Send me one that's running sub 4, or even 4.5. Let's make it nice. 4.5, 240 pounds, 6'2", 6'3", and they can move, hit, stick, and do everything the same way as one of the guys can that are the exact same size as them. If you can find that for me, hey, I would appreciate it, because I'm trying to sit on the fence here. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm trying to sit on the fence. I don't want to remove their ability to move up in the sports. I don't want to relegate them just to their own leagues because apparently they don't make enough money because people aren't watching. You have 1 or 2 superstars, maybe 3 or 4 if you're lucky, and nobody's watching the rest of it. And I think that, yes, watching women's basketball is great basketball if you actually like to watch basketball. I do think it is. I think that the LFL was a great league. I think that a lot of the other women's leagues in football are great, but they're great for women. They're great for women. You see women competing against women, outperforming other women. I mean, look across the Olympics. The numbers that a lot of them are putting up are high school numbers that a lot of the boys in high school and even younger are putting up. I just need some credible sources that tell me that for thinking that, hey, I understand you want to play in the sport the same way as I would like to go to space. It's just not going to happen sometimes. And it's because it's not feasible. It's not practical. It doesn't make the right sense. I haven't had the right training to be a space cadet and to go to space, to be an astronaut and walk on different planets and the moon. I haven't had the right type of training. I know physicists who cannot go to space because they haven't been trained. I have to disagree with Coach E in the earlier clip. I don't think that your women can play against men. I've seen them play. They're very good women's football players. I don't think they have what it takes to be even at the CFL or the Mexican LFA soccer leagues. I mean, football leagues, not soccer. See what y'all got me doing? Definitely not in the Gridiron League, but they can play in their leagues. Go watch a women's game. A women's game is good. Women's in the men's game, not so much. Not all the time. Like I said, there are unicorns out there. Yes, there are. I do believe that one of the reasons why women's sports isn't making that much money is because a lot of men don't spend money on it. That's just the truth. A lot of men don't spend money on it. A lot of women don't spend money on it either. That's just really what it comes down to. I want to keep diving into this subject because I do want the women's sports to make more money. I want them to make more money for a bunch of different reasons. One of the main reasons being so we stop having to worry about women trying to play in men's sports. But I will say this. I'm not convinced that it's just about the money. Because Caitlin Clark was offered $15 million for one season in the Big Three, which has a lot less games than the WNBA and a lot less traveling. She was offered multiple times what her salary was. I think that's not necessarily just about the money anymore. The money is being talked about, but I don't think that it's just about the money anymore. And I think unless you guys got more questions for Q&A, we did our random video of the day. We checked in with Souls of Thought, Conversations with Soft Rain. We checked in with Uncle Plug TV. We checked in with the Classic Codes. I mean, as far as the double standard conversation goes, I think we kind of sold that one up. I think we did. You know, the other shows will be live later on today, guys. Please go ahead and check them guys out. You know, they have a lot of insight. You know, their panels are awesome. They put a lot of time into this. And I think that y'all's got to keep it real and keep it unscripted. I've been Tez24. This has been a shorter episode where it's just me today. And I want to thank y'all for coming out to support. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we might be back later on today. Go check out the Digitally Dreaming. That's Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron podcast for my in-depth sports takes, as well with my partner, Asif Ali, and whoever else we decide to have with us. You can check out the last video that we did, which is simultaneously on both channels. Go ahead, give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow. And you know what? Finally, I'm going to say it. Hit the like button and share it. It's free. Hit the like button and share it. Those things are free. Give me a whole lot more motivation. You know, I'm not like I need anymore. I'm having a good time. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to y'all. Have a nice night.